So it's Thursday. I've just finished my work. It's quite nice out. I mean, the weather says it was gonna rain, and it still says that. But I think we might be fine. So I've planned a little route from East Lomond, East Lomond car park, up East Lomond, then all the way along to West Lomond and back. Should take about 4 hours. So by the time we get there, it's going to be 5. By the time we finish, it should be about 9, 9:30. I've not decided if I'm staying in the van yet, but I have got enough in the van. We're now here up at the East Lomond car park. My bag's packed. I've got my GPS. This GPS is actually from work. I'm going to give it a try, see how it does, and might even buy one myself if it's any use. So yeah, let's. I'm going to lock the van up. I'm parked in one of their stay the night bays, and if we want to stay the night, we then can. So I'm gonna get heading up the trail. But that is us at the top of East Lomond. Now it is quite a sharp incline because you start at the car park, so you do sort of just need to go in and bear it. Now where I am going, I'll turn the camera, is that peak right there. That is West Lomond. So all that way still to go. I think it's about 3 miles, but let's just take this view in for a little minute here. I mean, you've got going off this just here, Kirkcaldy there, just here, there's Falkland if I remember right, and Fruki just in the distance in the middle with the camera there, right there. But I'm warm. I think I'll stop and get a drink of water, and then check the GPS and see where I'm meant to be going next. So a little earlier I said I've got about 4 litres of water on me. Now I've done that, one, because it's really warm. On this route there isn't much in the way of water, I don't think. And two, usually when we go a walk, it's me, Beth and Fudge, and usually I get lumped carrying a lot of the water, well, having a bag. So the way I'm seeing it is if we were to go on a normal walk, we never carry enough water as it is. So if I put 4 litres on the back just now, slowly start to increase that when I'm sort of walking myself, it's going to make me a little bit stronger, fitter. And it means when I do bigger hills, maybe even Munros, that I can carry, when I'm carrying less water, it should be a little bit easier, hopefully. That's my thinking behind it. But again, I'm pretty new to all this sort of hiking. Like I say, we usually walk the dog and stuff, but never big hikes. So this is all new to me. So if anyone watching this has any advice, put it down below. I'd like to hear it. I'd like to know what you guys do, because this is the whole thing. I suppose the only way you learn is by doing. So let's keep going. We're just over a mile in now, I think. But yeah, keep going. I think in total it's about, I think it's 7 miles this walk, hike, whatever you want to call it, about 7 miles, and that is with me doing no training. So we'll actually see how far I make it. If we get to a point where I know I'm going to struggle on the way back, I will stop and turn around, and he's going to laugh at me. So yeah, let's keep going. See where we get to. There's some people just trying to show me up here. Two women, I believe. I passed them down at the car park actually on the way up, cycling all the way up here. I mean, fair play. Fair play. And here's me struggling. They were I would say a fair bit older than me anyway. How embarrassing, eh? 28 and struggling. Whew. Let's go. Let's see what. So, this little flat section, although rocky, just watch my step in there, it was a wee bit uneven there. Definitely helped sort of bring my legs back into not being so shaky. Definitely feel my legs feel a lot better now after being on the flat a while. I think it was just from the East Lomond car park, you are straight up, not straight up like that. You know, it is. You don't get to warm up really. You're straight onto trying to go up the side of the thing or make your way up to it. So yeah, it's this flat section is definitely letting me sort of build some energy back up. I think it might be chocolate bar time in maybe a wee minute. We're just coming up to the West Lomond car park, I believe. It shouldn't be too far now. I'm sure there's some picnic benches there, so might stop there, grab some crisps and a chocolate bar, get some energy and keep going on up. We're about 2.3k in now. So, you know, covering the camera there. I do have a tripod with me, it's in the back, but thought of stopping, grabbing the tripod out, especially when I'm just using the phone. Seems more hassle than it's worth. Probably weight I could have left in the van, but yeah, I'll catch up with you once I get to the West Lomond car park, and we'll have some chocolate, some water, and a packet of crisps. So I've made it to West Lomond car park. We nearly stayed here actually. In fact, I'm just going to make this bench a bit comfier on my seat pad. Oh, that's better. Yeah, we nearly stayed here after Southwest Coast 300. I can't remember why we didn't. We were ready to. I think we just. It was pretty windy and we didn't get much cover at the time. There wasn't much cover from the wind with the direction it was coming. So we tried a couple other places and I think ended up going back and I should just stay at Beth's for the night. Which is quite ironic seeing as mine is closer, but hey. So let's grab some goodies. Packet ready sort of crisps. Coffee crisp. Some water. So let's have these and then we'll head on back up. So now back on the walking. I've still got my toffee crisp. Now here's one. I always, if I'm having crisps and maybe a bit of chocolate, I always eat the crisps first. I don't know, is that normal? Crisps first, then the chocolate, and then I don't know. Let us know what you think. Crisps first or chocolate first? So it's getting there's a lot of beasties and flies. I think it's like fly and ants. They're bloody everywhere. So I'm just gonna grab my smidge, get my bag, put some smidge on. Worst case, I do have a midgie net. It's only really my legs that are exposed, but hopefully it's enough to keep them away. Like I said, worst case, I've got midgie net. I can always chuck off my face if they start annoying my face, but yeah, let's see if that helps a little. Even just spray my bag down a little, maybe see if that makes a difference. Oh. Oh. Not exactly the best angle for filming on, but yeah, that's done. So let's keep going. See if it's going to get better or worse. I'm going to reckon it's going to get worse, but you never know. Nice breeze might come along and move all these flies along and out the way. So yeah. Okay, so I'm now pretty much at the base of West Lomond. Now, there's two paths. I have mapped to go right up this path, all the way up the side. I think I'm just going to take this path here. You know, the path that's already there. Looks nice and easier. I didn't look at the contours when I drew this path. I think for starting back out, that one there, this one here, right up the middle, I think that's going to be, I think that'll kill me. And I've still got to do the whole walk back. So this is going to take slightly longer, I think, going on this sort of more gravel path that's more sort of marked out. It is going to take me longer, but I should save some energy doing that instead of trying to go literally up the side of the hill. So let's go with that, and hopefully we'll get some nice views. I've just seen a guy on the very top, can't see him now, but he was about here, about there. He was there, further back, climbing with his bike on his back. So, the only thing is that's going to be so much longer. Do I phone a friend? Maybe I phone a friend. I might phone a friend and see what they say. I know one of my friends, David, he has been up here a few times, so see what he says maybe, but drop him a text and maybe stop and have some water, see what the crack. So, from the view behind me, you can see what I've done. I've taken the more difficult route. According to the GPS, I've got about 200 meters more to the top, but let me show you what it entails. I think it sort of goes along and then up. The trick point's just there, guys. Let's go. And we've done it. And what have you? Have a look. I'm just going to sit here for a minute, enjoy the view, and rest before I need to take that walk all the way back down. So I'm now just coming to the very bottom of West Lomond. I thought I was taking a nice easy track down. I definitely wasn't. It's probably just as bad as the track on the way back up, on the way up, which is rather difficult when you're going down the way and you've no trekking poles. So I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but the weather did show a little bit of rain, and as it's starting now. But hopefully, I'm averaging about 5.5 to 6 kilometres an hour walking speed on the flat. If I can get that up a little and just keep powering on, we should get back to the van before it gets any heavier. I mean, it is still only like 0.25 mil, but it's to start sort of really fine rain just now and then get slightly heavier. So got to power on. Hopefully the weather is accurate, or it's completely wrong and this is all it's going to come to and it clears, but I highly doubt it. So keep going, and if it gets worse I'll check in. If not, I might check in at West Lomond car park, but I might just keep going until I'm back at the van. But I'm sure you'll find out in about now. So that rain's definitely getting heavier. I've developed what feels like in my foot a massive blister on my left foot, just to the sort of left hand side of my left heel. It's starting to hurt a little. I didn't bring any blister plasters, so just going to grit and bear it for the next. I think once I get to the West Lomond car park, it's about another 2 kilometres. Now, I'm hoping I can get there before this rain gets any worse. Might have a wee 5 minutes, and if this rain continues, I'll chuck a jacket on, or if it gets any heavier, I might need to stop before then. But I'm hoping I can make it to the car park before I need to do that. So we shall see. But look, still a lovely view. East Lomond there. Like I said, I'm not going back up there. Absolutely not. There's a lowland path around it which comes back to the car park, and you better believe that's the one I'm doing. That is me. I've got maybe 50 metres to the van. Oh my god, I'm so glad I took that low path. I think I managed to put the feet down and get a fair bit of distance done there. So we're currently at 12.55 kilometres, and it's 20 to 9 at night, so it actually came in a good bit sooner than I thought. Oh, honestly, I can't wait to get in that van, and I'll end this video there once I'm in the van. Here, look, you can see the van just behind that blue Astra there. So yeah, I shall unpack and end this video here. Probably I'm gonna go home, on the way home get a kebab, have a beer, definitely go for a shower. This has been a hot and humid day, so I shall catch you later.